What's up, everybody? It's your boy Tino here today. And as you guys know, it is draft week, not just for the NFL, but WWE also. As we have ourselves, I guess it should have been the other way around. But you guys know what I mean. It's the NFL draft on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then we got the WWE draft on Friday and Monday. So before we do a NFL mock or a WWE mock draft on Friday, we're going to do an NFL mock draft, and we're going to talk about all the NFL rookies and what places and what teams they're all going to go to. We're going to do the first round in its entirety. We have a simulator, as I showed you guys yesterday, if you guys were watching Raw with me. So, let's have ourselves a good time. We can make potential trades, so if you want to make a trade, if you think there's something that could be cool or a trade that could go down, I'm all for it. So, let's not waste any more time. Let's get the draft simulator up so we can go and do that, and we're going to talk about all of this. So I'm going to take myself out. I'm going to put the extra screen in there, or share my screen, I should say. And then we're going to get going. As I always say, it's going to look weird for a quick second, and then we will, and we'll get to make sure oh, there we go. We get to the right one. So let's make sure what it looks like. Make sure it looks good real quick before I don't know why I thought it was that. Okay, so we're on, and now we're at the draft simulator. So, let's, I want to make sure let's see if I can make it full screen. No, that did not work. Alright, so what if hey guys, that didn't work either. So, that's lame. That didn't do nothing. Man, this sucks. I was hoping that... no. Okay. Well, we're just going to have it like this, because for some reason it don't want to work. But let's get it up and let's do this thing. So as you guys can see it, we're going to see, and we're going to go through it like this. And I'm going to go and look at the chat on my phone. Or on... Where could I see the chat at? Because I need my phone. So I'm going to look at the chat on my TV. So if you do see something or you do say something, you may have to say it twice, because stream canceled. Jadis, there ain't no stream canceled. Listen here, Linda. So, let's have ourselves a good one. Eric has a trade. The Texans offer you Bears 2, 3, 4 this year, and one next year for a 9. I mean, I don't even think that's a realistic trade. I don't think that's anything realistic that we could actually see. I don't know about that one. So, let's go. And let's start doing this mock draft. As you guys can see, they got the names, they got the teams, they got the picks, everything else like that. So, as I said, we're going to go through it all and everything else like that. Why do this is just what happened because the Cardinals are the first team. So, I mean, I can go to the Bears. I go to any team. So, let's start this draft and let's get it going. So, I am on the clock, and I'm assuming I'm picking for the Bears, right? Yeah. Where do I find out where do I find out where I'm still trying to figure this out. So, I'm just obviously we know, guys, come on, let's be real here. There is no other person the Chicago Bears should be taking besides the guy from USC. It's Caleb Williams. So, Caleb Williams going to the Chicago Bears. Okay, and then as you see, watch. As I pick the guy, it will go to the team that's actually drafted. Okay, so that's kind of cool. So next will be the Washington Commanders. And as you guys know, Washington Commanders need a lot of things. I do not believe what they have right now is going to be enough. I do believe that they do need a quarterback. And I do believe that they need to get some guys to help that team because they got Austin Eckler, Sam Howell left, so they're going to have to figure it out. So, for the second overall pick, let's say the Washington Commanders pick the guy from LSU, Jaden Daniels. Listen, I do not know which one is going to go what. If Drake May goes second, if Daniels goes third, if Daniels goes second, or if May goes third. I don't know. It's going to be very interesting because I feel like and I was talking to one of my friends' dads about this, is I feel like no matter something with the Commanders or possibly the Patriots do could alter the draft and everything else like that. Heard Raiders are calling for the second pick. Possible.
You mean Chumblebee's dad?
I said a friend's dad. Chumblebee's dad. I didn't know if you wanted me.
Sometimes you gotta be specific.
I didn't know if you wanted.
My dad's a nerd. I'm not good at that.
Listen,
stuff.
I feel you. Okay, so for the second pick, let's go and let's say the Commanders take Jayden Daniels. So we're gonna pick Jayden Daniels. Now this is where it gets interesting, because the Patriots do need a wide receiver. Their wide receiver core is not the best. But they also need a quarterback, because I feel like we all know that that Mac Jones is not it. So, what do I think is going to happen? Is I think the Patriots are going to take that quarterback, and they're going to take a risk on the guy from North Carolina, Drake May from North Carolina. They're going to take him with the 3rd overall pick. And if they don't, then they're taking Marvin Harrison Jr., or they're trading their pick. But I'm going to say that the Patriots take Drake May. Now, this is where it could get interesting, because we've heard rumors of the Bears possibly trading with the Patriots, or with the Cardinals and the Patriots. We've heard rumors of the Cardinals wanting to trade away. We've heard rumors of them wanting to go get Marvin Harrison. And this is where it's going to get really interesting, because personally, I would love to see them go out there and the Bears trade to get Marvin Harrison. Now, what would that take exactly? Obviously, that would take the number 9 pick. That would take a couple other things. And I'm sure the Patriots, or the Cardinals, the Patriots, whoever they would trade with, it would be something that the Bears would have to give up a lot for. So in this scenario, I'm going to say the Bears do not trade. And they do not trade with the Cardinals. As much as I would like it, I just don't know if they do it. And it's just one of those things, if they do not do it, then I don't know exactly which way they're going to go. And when they go at number 9, it should be interesting to see what they get. So I'm going to say they don't trade. And I'm going to say the Cardinals go out and get Marvin Harrison Jr. from Ohio State. As I said earlier, guys, we do see and we do believe that Desmond Ridder should be the quarterback. At least I think he should be the quarterback next year. Kyler Murray is Kyler Murray. We don't know how Kyler is going to do very well. But, yeah, again, I would go ballistic. If we're watching it on Thursday, and the Bears trade to the 4th pick and get Marvin Harrison, you guys are going to see me celebrate like you've never seen me celebrate before. You think my celebrations are good for wrestling? Wait for baseball or football. You guys know my pain is a Chicago sports fan. It's not fun. So you want to see me celebrate. The Bears get Marvin Harrison, we celebrate. But until it happens, I don't want to get too excited about it. So at number 4, Cardinals going to take Marvin Harrison. Now at number 5, what do the Chargers need? They need a running back. I guess they really don't, because they got J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards. But there's no way you're going to replace Austin Eckler. You can't replace Austin Eckler. So, Chargers pick is very interesting, because the Chargers pick could be one of those that could go out and that could make another thing, as I said, something very interesting. But what do the Chargers need the most? They need to protect Justin Herbert. We need a guy to keep Justin Herbert on his goddamn field, on the football field, on his feet, and we need a guy to be able to so Justin Herbert can throw the ball deep to whoever he has. And obviously, the Keenan Allen trade, with Keenan Allen going to the Bears, Austin Eckler going to the Commanders, Gerald Everett going to the Bears, Mike Williams most likely being out. They do need a lot of things. And I could see them taking a wide receiver. I could see them taking a wide receiver, and Malik Nabers. Maybe they do take Rome. Maybe they do. But I'm going to say, and you need to get Justin Herbert some protection. So at number 8, I'm going to say from Notre Dame, they take offensive tackle junior Joe Alt, A-T-L, Alt, I should say. So they take Joe Alt, and they get themselves a little protection for Mr. Justin Herbert. Now at number 6, I think we see, now Daniel Jones, we know Daniel Jones has not been very good. We know that Saquon Barkley is now gone. They do now have a new running back, but I feel like they need a wide receiver. They need a guy that's going to go out there, and they need a guy that's going to be able to catch the ball from Daniel Jones. Because Darren Waller hasn't worked out. Darius Slayton is Darius Slayton. We have guys that come out of nowhere. And Malik is a guy that could be and very be helpful to Daniel Jones. So, I'm going to say with the number 6 pick, it's going to be an easy one from LSU. Malik Nabers is going to go to the New York Giants. Now, number 7, Titans. Can we talk about these goddamn Titans, guys? Because they go out and they trade away. They trade away the best running back in the NFL, Derrick Henry. The King is now in Baltimore. He's on Solo's team, Mr. Lamar, the man of the 10K. So, Derrick Henry's on the Ravens, and the Titans now have Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Hopkins, and they have Ryan Tannehill and Will Levis. And just like with the Chargers, if you're going to want Will Levis to be that guy, you're going to want Will Levis to have somebody to protect him. So, I'm not going to know how to say this guy's name very well, but I'm going to say with the number 7th overall pick, I'm going to say that the Titans go out and get themselves an offensive tackle, and I want to make sure I get the right guy. Yes, it is. His name is Talisa Fuaga. I'm saying that way wrong, but he's from Oregon State, and he is going to be the new member of the Tennessee Titans. You got to get some help for that man. Now, what do the Falcons need? The Falcons obviously made a trade. They got themselves new weapons, got themselves new everything. They got themselves a lot. So, what do the Falcons need, and what has always been the problem for the Falcons, guys? We've watched the games. We've watched the Falcons games here on here. So, what do the Falcons need? They need some goddamn defense. So, for the number 8th pick in the draft, we're going to say that the Atlanta Falcons take Byron Murphy from Texas, I should say, and they're going to get themselves a little help, on the defensive front. So, Byron Murphy, the newest member of the Atlanta Falcons. Now back at number 9, we got my Chicago Bears. And listen. If the Bears go up and get number 4, number 3, and they have themselves a good time, I hope that happens. But if it doesn't, and the Bears stay at number 9, I'm not going to make this hard for this one because it's really not that hard. But I'm going to say with the number 9 overall pick, the guy from Washington, the wide receiver himself, Rome Odunze. I can't pronounce words. I'm sorry. But we're going to say Rome comes over, and he is the newest member of the Chicago Bears. And the Bears got themselves a number 1 quarterback and a number 2 wide receiver with Keenan Allen, as we know that Keenan Allen is also still being the guy, and he is obviously, hopefully he can continue to what he does. We have other people that say they should take, and I heard that Trumblebee's dad, I was talking to him, and I think the guy he was talking about was Dallas Turner from Alabama, or they were talking about the other guy, Latu. A lot of these guys' names I just can't pronounce. So, we now are at the New York Jets, and the New York Jets, as long as Aaron Rodgers plays more than 3 games, or 3 possessions, I should say, I think the New York Jets will be perfectly fine, and I think that it will be okay. So, got to get Aaron Rodgers some weapons. Let's say the Jets take tight end from Georgia, Brock Bowers, and they get himself maybe a Robert Tonyan or maybe somebody even better that could help Aaron Rodgers on that offense. So, let's say that. Now, with the number, Trouble, you want to make the Vikings pick?
I don't even know what's going on.
He said, you guys hear that? This guy over here, a Vikings fan, and he don't know what's going on. He said, I don't know.
I don't watch the stuff.
I know you don't. I'm just messing with you, bro.
No.
He said no. Oh, hello. So,
You're welcome.
the Minnesota Vikings, the Minnesota Purple People Eaters, they need a quarterback. Kirk Cousins is on the Atlanta Falcons now. Kirk Cousins is gone. Alexander Madison is gone. And they're starting all the way fresh. Justin Jefferson very well might be gone. But if Justin Jefferson, Justin Jefferson, if TJ Hawkinson, if their weapons are still there that they had all season long last year, I think this is a perfect situation for the quarterback from Michigan, J.J. McCarthy. Not exactly what I want to happen, but I feel like makes the most sense. And it is what they mostly desperately need as a quarterback, because there's no way they're going with whoever the quarterback is right now. So, we're going to say that they pick J.J. McCarthy. And I don't want to see this man play for the Vikings, but it is what it is. So, now let's go and let's talk about these Denver Broncos. Because the Denver Broncos guys got their new QB1 in Zach Wilson as they traded away Russell Wilson, and Justin Fields went over to the Steelers. The Broncos now have Zach Wilson as their quarterback. Now, will they and could they possibly, could they possibly, I'll go to the quarterbacks, could they possibly take a Bo Nix or a Michael Penix Jr.? They very well could. But are the Denver Broncos really going to compete? And the Denver Broncos have always been known, besides when they had Peyton Manning, obviously, they've always been known for a very good defense, a good team that can go out there and be smash mouth football and everything else like that. So I'm going to say that they take Jared Verse from Florida State, the edge rusher senior, and he is going to go to the Denver Broncos. Again, this is just what I have written down, and this is just what I feel like the teams need and everything else like that. So don't yell at me, don't be coming after me, and don't be saying shenanigans like that, because I won't deal with it. But listen, this is just what I think, and this is what I feel. So let's go, and let's go to these Oakland Raiders, guys. The Oakland Raiders are a disaster, and I mean, that's a good point. What if Brandon Ayuk gets traded? We could see Brandon Ayuk get traded, and we could see him go, and he has himself a time where he doesn't have himself So that would be very interesting to see. And I do believe that Brandon Ayuk is going to be traded before the end of and before the season begins. It's just a matter of what team is he going to go to. So, what do the Raiders also need? The Raiders need some protection too for their quarterback, whoever that is going to be. So, we're going to say that they take from Alabama. Guys, Alabama has guys just coming out of their butt, I swear to God. Because Alabama's got so many good guys. They could even go Teron Arnold. They could do that, I feel like, that's what we're going to do for them. We're going to go Teron Arnold for the Oakland Raiders. Because Alabama also, they need a cornerback. And they give up a lot of, I remember when the Bears played them, I think that was Justin Fields' best game. So I'm going to say they go Teron Arnold with that one. So now let's go to the New Orleans Saints. We're already halfway through. This. I will get to all of the chats after the episode. So make sure you still leave all your chats. I just can't see all of them right now as we are doing it on a different thing. So let's go to the Atlanta Falcons. And not the Atlanta Falcons, I'm sorry. The New Orleans Saints. I don't know why I said Atlanta Falcons, but So, the I don't know why I keep saying Atlanta. The New Orleans Saints with the 14th overall pick. They need some offensive tackle. So, let's say they take the guy from Penn State, Yaya Fashanu. I think I said that wrong, but that's okay. So, with the 14th pick, the New Orleans Saints are going to take the offensive tackle from Penn State. Now, we got the Indianapolis Colts. So, the Indianapolis Colts could very well take the guy that I put over and gave to the Oakland Raiders. But just like the Oakland Raiders, the the Indianapolis Colts need a cornerback, a tight end, a safety. They need a lot of things. But let's start with the cornerback position. So I'm going to say they take the guy from Toledo. He's the cornerback. His name is Quincy Mitchell. And we're going to see him go over there. And he's going to have himself a good time in Indianapolis. Now for the Seattle Seahawks, let's go. And let's go over to offensive line. I guess isn't that just offensive tackle too? Probably. So, yeah, that is. So, offensive tackle, Seattle Seahawks, guys. Seattle Seahawks, you guys know. They got DK Metcalf. They got JJ Anigbu. They got Geno Smith. They got all these guys that Seattle's just been trying to do. They got Kenneth Walker. They got everybody, and they got all these guys that are just, they're good. But the problem that I saw with the Seahawks last year a lot, because I had a lot of Seahawks in fantasy between Kenneth Walker, JJ, etc. I saw that their biggest problem was the offensive line because they couldn't get the open field for Kenneth. Geno was getting sacked like it was flipping Mitch Trubisky in 2019, and it was just not a good time. So they got to get themselves an offensive tackle. So let's say from Washington, let's say they take Troy Anu, like Fatu. Maybe we got another bloodline member, guys. Who knows? But he is from Washington. He is a senior. And it's Troy. So, let's say Troy goes to the Seattle Seahawks. And I think that's who Jadis was talking about earlier. Now, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Should we call Warren and ask him if he wants to make this pick? Because I know Warren wants to be, and Warren's just, yeah. So, being a Jaguars fan probably isn't the best. They have Travis Etienne, they have Trevor Lawrence. They did get rid of Calvin Ridley. They do have Evan Ingram that seems to be Trevor Lawrence's favorite target. But I just don't think Trevor Lawrence has worked out exactly the way that they wanted him to. So, Jacksonville, obviously they have a good offense, but their defense struggled a lot. So, with the number 1 and with the number 17th pick, I've seen mock drafts where they say Arnold goes to the Jaguars. But I'm going to say that they go, and again, I might not know too much about some of these guys, but that's okay because they need a cornerback, and I think that they'll be fine. So, from Iowa, I'm going to say that they take Cooper Gijon, and they get themselves a cornerback, and hopefully they can help. And, hey, they may even take Kool-Aid. Who knows? Kool-Aid McKinney. I mean, hey now. I just like saying that. But now we got the Bengals, and just like the Bengals, what was the problem and why did Joe Burrow get hurt? Yes, because he got hit on his hand. But if his offensive line was better, we would not have this problem. So, with the 20th pick, obviously the Bengals might not have Jamar Chase. T. Higgins seems to be a free agent. Stuff like that. And now that I'm thinking about it, they very well might need a wide receiver. But will they take that wide receiver from LSU, Brian Thomas Jr.? Or will they take an offensive tackle in Alabama's J.C. Latham? We'll have to see. But for this sake, let's say they take Brian Thomas Jr. And let's see them get just a little help, just in case we do not see Mr. Jamar Chase on the Bengals by this time next year. Or by September, I should say. So, with the 19th pick, it is what is with me in Atlanta today, guys? I just can't get Atlanta out of my head. I think we're watching Catfish. But, Los Angeles Rams, again, Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua. They had the greatest running back of all time in Williams last year coming in clutch. Best waiver wire pickup of all time. They have Tyler Higbee. They have Matthew Stafford. But their problem has been their defense for a while. So, with this pick and with the 19th pick, let's say they take, and again, I don't know if he'll last this long in the draft, but let's say they take Dallas Turner from Alabama, that edge rusher. So, Alabama, Turner going to Los Angeles. Now, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the extra large edge blocker, 6'7", and 3'4" he is, 340 pounds. They got Justin Fields. They got Russell Wilson. And now you got to get those guys some protection. So, with the 20th pick, they're going to go out there and they're going to take maybe J.C. Latham because he's still there. So let's say they take from Alabama. Let's say they do take J.C. Latham because J.C. Latham can go out there and do what he needs to do. So, the number 21 pick we got, it is the Miami Dolphins. And the Miami Dolphins, they got Tyreek. They got that offensive that moves up and down the field. They got everybody that they need. But their offense and their offensive line, their defense, struggled against physical defenses last year. So, let's say that they go, and let's say the Miami Dolphins go and take, should they just take Kool-Aid McKee? Kool-Aid is a cornerback, so I don't think so. But the guy that I have written down is the guy from Oregon. His name is Jackson Powers Johnson. Beefing up the line could help the Dolphins. Upgrade an offensive that struggled, as I said, against physical defenses. And that's what they got to do. They got to get powerful. Now, Jadis, this is your team. I'm going to allow you, with the 22nd pick, Jadis, who do the Philadelphia Eagles take with? And hypothetically, this is the mock draft. So, you get to choose your team's pick, and you let me know who you got. So you pick Jadis for the Eagles. Let's see who Jadis picks. The Vikings got 2 picks in the first round. I didn't even know that. So, Jadis, who you got? Let's see what he's got. Let's see. I'm just going to sit here in silence now. Jadis, you're on the clock. Trying to get Jadis involved when this guy ain't answering. Man. I tried, Jadis. He said, I did try. I tried. So, I do see, and what I have written down is what we were going to do. I was going to be nice and let Jadis pick, but Jadis ain't answering now. So, with the 22nd pick overall, Eagles, what did I see a lot of the Eagles' problems last year? Their defense. What could they not stop? The wide receivers. Every wide receiver had a good day. CeeDee Lamb would love to face them because he had himself a great time. So, with the 22nd pick, they are going to take from Clemson, that cornerback, Nate Wiggins. So, the Vikings have another pick, and as the Vikings do, they have themselves a good time. And the Vikings, yeah. So, what? What are you doing? I want to be here. Yep, that sounds about right. So, with the 23rd pick, what do we got? We got 9 picks left. I'm almost done here.
No.
So, we got 9 picks left. But with the 23rd pick, Brian Flores is aggressive scheme could benefit from a dynamic defender with an explosive skill on the edge. He is the most polished pass rusher in this year's draft class with a game bowl for the NFL. So, I'm going to say with the 23rd pick from the draft that the Minnesota Vikings take. Let's see if I actually took him. Did I actually accidentally take him? No, he's still there. He is from UCLA. It is Latu. I think that's how you say it. I don't know. So, from edge, USC, and the Vikings are going to have themselves a great time. Now it's them Dallas Cowboys. It is Graham Barton and he is an offensive lineman. You guys know, offensive lineman has been the biggest benefit from and with the Dallas Cowboys. But what I'm going to say is that they're going to need to get themselves an offensive lineman that could do something a lot more. So, I'm going to see if he's even on here because I don't see him. But once I find him, I'm going to say that Graham Burton, I don't even see this guy. Maybe he's not there. I don't know. Maybe I took him already. So, guess not. Maybe I'm going to pick somebody else for them. But they do need an offensive lineman. So let's just go Amarius Mims from Georgia. That's what the college. Now, the Green Bay Fudge Packers. You know who I'm going to give the Green Bay Fudge Packers? I'm going to give them a punter. They get Troy Taylor, the punter from Iowa. Bad Packers. I just low-key did that one just because I was angry. This is why you should not allow me to do a mock draft. Because I just gave the Packers a punter. It's so bad. I find this so funny. But anyway, let's move on in the draft and let's get to the Buccaneers. And let's talk about these Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They got Baker Mayfield, did their thing, led them to the playoffs, and had themselves an all good, all very good, all time in the playoffs. Not really. But Baker Mayfield, I think, is going to be good. I think Baker will have himself a good time, and I think the offense will still be able to move between Rachaad White, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and everybody that is over there. I think they'll be perfectly fine. But what do they need mostly is an edge. They need somebody that's going to be a big guy that's going to go out there and he's just going to beat them up. So let's say that they take his name is, and it is from Penn State. His real name is Demaryius Robinson, but they call him Chop. It's Chop Robinson from Penn State. He is the edge rusher. So let's go with that. And then let's make this one easy for the Cardinals, as we picked a wide receiver for the Cardinals and Marvin Harrison. Let's go as they take another edge rusher in Darius Robinson. So we'll make that one nice and easy. Now the 28th pick for the Buffalo Bills. They need some defense. They got Josh Allen. They did lose Stephon Diggs, so they very well could possibly take a wide receiver. But I think they're more likely going to worry about their defense and get back to their defense the way that it was. So we're going to say with the 28th overall pick that the Buffalo Bills take from Illinois the defensive lineman Jer'Ha Newton over from Illinois. So number 29, it is the guys themselves. It is the Detroit Lions, and the Detroit Lions are known for defense, as you guys know. They have obviously Jared Goff, but their best thing about their defense is, or the best thing about their team is their defense. So what do the Lions need the most? A cornerback. And who is the best cornerback still available? He is number 24 overall. He is from Alabama, and I just like saying his name. It's Kool-Aid McKinstry. So McKinstry, Kool-Aid man, going over to the Detroit Lions. So let's go. And let's talk about the little Baltimore Ravens, everybody, because we got those Baltimore Ravens. And you guys know that the Baltimore Ravens are the Baltimore Ravens. And yeah. So we're going to see what happens with that. But ultimately, what the Baltimore Ravens need the most is an offensive line, an offensive man that's going to be able to go out there and protect Gus Edwards, Lamar Jackson, or I'm sorry, not Gus Edwards no more, Derrick Henry, as Derrick Henry is now on the Baltimore Ravens. It's still getting used to, so I just got to get used to it because, you know, it's weird that we are seeing that Derrick Henry, the king, is on Baltimore. So they got to get themselves an offensive lineman, and they got to get themselves a person that's going to be able to protect them and to make holes for Derrick Henry to run the ball 75 yards for touchdowns all day long. So, with that, I'm going to say that they take the best offensive lineman, offensive tackle around, let's see, who did I have written down? I did not have him written down. Where's he at? Okay, well, I guess not. Oh, no, there he is. Okay. So, he is the best offensive tackle available. He is from Oklahoma. It is Tyler Guyton. Not Jalen Guyton's brother. At least I don't think so. So, as I said, guys, we're only going to go through the first round here. So, we got 2 more picks to go. And it is the San Francisco 49ers and it is the Kansas City Chiefs. So, the 2 teams that were in the Super Bowl now get to make their pick. And to end the first round, And to end it off here on the mock draft, before we get to the chat and everything else like that, let's see, and let me talk to you who I think that they're going to take the San Francisco 49ers. With Trent Williams, thank you, shout out to Trent Williams entering the twilight of his career, the 49ers need to find a replacement on the edge. And we could see this guy do his thing with his blocking at the point of attack with diverse skills that could enable him to play on either side of the offensive line. Let's say that the San Francisco goes out and takes the guy from Arizona. His name is Jordan Morgan. And he joins the San Francisco 49ers. Now, with the last pick in the draft of the first round, let's say the Kansas City Chiefs go out there. And hey, they very well could. And you know what? As I'm looking at it, they very well might have to. And I think they very well could. I'm going to say that the Kansas City Chiefs, with the last pick in the draft, with all of the stuff going on with Mr. Rashid Rice, they don't know if they are going to be able to go out there and get what they can get from him. So I think they got to draft a wide receiver in the last pick in the draft. So Jay just said his name right there. I think they take the guy from Texas, Xavier Worthy. Worthley. And I think that is how we see the first round end with all of those picks. So I'm going to pause the draft. I'm going to see if I can pause it. Pause. Okay, I think it's paused. So, we paused it, I think. I hope so. So, we're now going to get back, and I'm now going to stop sharing the screen. I'm going to put myself back in here. And we're going to talk a little bit about this. Because, hey, we got Daniel to member for 2 months. Appreciate you, Daniel. Be like Daniel, guys. Become a member. All that good stuff you get. Membership-only live streams will be coming back very soon. Also, I know we haven't done one in a while. I have not forgotten about you guys, so don't you worry. But, now let's talk about it. And let's talk about all the stuff that we just talked about. So let's get to the top of the draft. The top of the chat. And let's talk to the chat. And let's see what everybody is thinking and how is everybody feeling. What do you guys think about the mock draft? What do you guys think is going to happen in the real life draft? And what do you guys think is just going to happen in general this week? We will be having a WWE mock draft on Friday before SmackDown. So, we'll be having ourselves a good time with that. But, that was loud. Oops. So, let's see what the chat's got to say. Yo, what's up, Jadis? Jadis, you weren't here last year. I can't believe you weren't here. And you weren't even here to make your team's pick. But you are here. I appreciate you. 5 minutes. Yes, sir. We'll see what you have the Broncos taking because they took Zach Wilson. Yeah. We will see you where. I said the Jets. Yes, we are. Potential trade. Eric, I don't like your trade. Oh, God, Trump will be going to mess up the whole draft. You hear that?
Man.
Yeah, see? Marvin could fall to the Chargers. They do need a wide receiver. That's true. There's a lot of places that this man could go. I think he could go. He could go to the Cardinals, the Patriots, the Bears, the Chargers, the Vikings. If the Vikings could also because they don't know what they're doing with Justin Jefferson. Maybe they trade Justin Jefferson at the draft. That'd be crazy. Bears, yes. Marvin Harrison, Caleb Williams. We going bananas, guys. Yes, sir. Yes, like the Texans got CJ. Yes, I would love that. I would please love that. Watch the Cardinals trade. I'd be so happy. I'm just not getting my excitement for it. Yeah, Malik going to the Giants would make sense. They do need a wide receiver. Just get one of them at least. Giants fans would be mad if they got JJ. Why they don't have enough confidence in him. I don't know why either. Yeah, I don't know why they don't have any confidence in these guys, but it is what it is, right? They might get Joe Alt to protect. That's what I'm saying. That's why you got to get some protection because Will Levis is going to run around for his life all day long. So, yeah. It's Troy. It's Troy. Three hours. Falcons get the best defensive player. Dallas Turner. Probably. Probably, Jadis. I feel like Tino doesn't look at mock drafts to get a clue at what teams need. Yes, I do. Jadis, what do you mean? Yes, Jadis. I call him Romeo. That's what I'm just going to start calling him Romeo. What if the Jets taking... Jadis out here just talking that shit, man. Jadis, you making me mad, bro. Vikings could take JJ. They should take JJ. Broncos are another one. They do need a wide receiver. That's what I'm saying. As I said when we first started this, if there's a guy that goes and they could go up and they could pick and they trade and they all it takes is that one pick for there to be a domino effect. And we got Marvin going 15. We got Romeo going 12. Like, there's so many different things that we could see going if just one pick is not the way that they want it to go. Brandon Ayuk on the Steelers would be sick. Eagles might take Cooper Dons or Quinn Mitchell. Maybe. How's it going? What's up, Daniel? Dang, Jadis, dang. Well, Jadis, I tried to have you there. I tried to have you pick. You weren't there. Yup, that's what I think. Wait. Brandon Rice is Jerry Rice's son? Did not know that. I mean, I was like 5. I only learned like a week ago that Jackson Holiday was Matt Holiday's son. So, see how much I pay attention. You think Brandon could go somewhere like the Steelers? There have been rumors about that. Yeah, I think he could go to the Steelers. I think we could also see the Steelers take somebody that, because they have Freiermuth, they have Najee, they have Warren. If they can build a defense to what they once had, I think it'd be great. So, Steelers need a lot of things, but if they can get a wide receiver, they get a couple defensive guys, I think the Steelers will be very good this year. He ran the fastest 40. 4.25. That's crazy. You can gift a membership, remember. Speaking of that, Jadis, and while you bring this up, I wanted to say it yesterday, but my mind's been all over the place. So I'm going to start saying it now, and I'm just going to repeat myself after every episode. So, the first week of May, every single day, or I shouldn't say every single day. I should say that for one full week, you will, and people will be given an opportunity to win free memberships. And we will be talking more about that as the weeks go on and as we get closer to 2K. So, continue to support, continue to leave super chats, continue to do everything that you do here for us. It does help everything that you guys have done, members, super chats that you guys have left. So continue to do that because 5 of you lucky subscribers will get a free membership. So we'll be talking more about that as the episodes and as the weeks go on. I wanted to start saying it yesterday and it just went over my head. Think Eagles trade up to get... Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying too. We didn't do any trades in that one. So we could very well see more trades go down. And we could very well be seeing a lot of different things go down. I had Justin Herbert to the Vikings. Please, no. It's J-Dog. I'm sorry, J-Dog. I mean, they need a lot of things, though, to help Zach Wilson. I don't know why they got that. I really don't know why they traded for Zach Wilson. I really don't. 49ers take Brandon Rice. I could see that. Imagine Jerry Rice's son back on the 49ers with Brock Purdy. Oh, God. That would be all they talk about next year. What if Xavier Worthy goes to another team like the Dolphins to pair up with Tyreek Hill? But saying that man, that would be crazy. Because, man, oh my God, I didn't even think about that. That honestly could be a very well good possibility with that. Because we could see that go down. And we very well could see these people go out there and just completely just, oh my God. Imagine those two playing side by side to each other. You wouldn't know which one to throw to. That would be the biggest problem. Which one do you throw to now? J-Dog, the duo. The duo, yes sir, the duo. But guys, that is all that I have here for you for the mock draft. As I said earlier, we will be here live for the draft on Thursday night after the Southside Boys episode as we get ready and we have ourselves a good time. So, I want to thank all of you for coming here and hanging out with me in the chat. Thank you to everybody that did leave a comment. Everybody that is watching on X, YouTube, Twitch, everybody else. Jadis, I think you were the only one besides Daniel to leave a chat in here. So I appreciate you. We all know the first pick is not like anybody else, but from the rest of the draft and up, that's what I'm saying. You don't know. And I love that. Just like the WWE draft. I have no idea what's going to happen, and I'm excited about it because it's going to be something that we don't know what. I just like not knowing. So, it's going to be exciting, and I'm ready for it. So, guys, it is draft week, and we will continue, as I said, the NFL drafting talk throughout the week. And then we will be here on Thursday for the draft as we watch the show. So, I want to thank you guys all for coming here and hanging out here with me today. Remember, we are not done here tonight as we are here for a live special NXT live stream as we come back at 7 o'clock and we watch NXT Spring Breaking. So, come and hang out with Tino as we watch Roxanne put the title on the line, Dragunov put the title on the line, and what will NXT look like after tonight? As we're only 3 days away from the WWE draft beginning. So, come and hang out here for tonight as we watch Spring Breaking. As I said, Thursday night we'll be here live for that NFL draft, I should say. As we will be watching the NFL draft and we'll see where everybody goes. And then Friday afternoon before we go live for SmackDown to watch night 1 of the draft, come here as I give you a draft preview and we do our own mock draft WWE style, as I'm going to show you where I think a bunch of superstars are going to go, and we're going to have ourselves a good time. Trying to get a couple guests for that one, but if not, we'll be here, and I'll do it alone. So, today's MVP is obviously the one and only Jadis Dog, J-Dog, Jadis Young. Appreciate you, Jadis, always being here. So, thank you to everybody that come here, guys. Remember to go and follow all the social medias on the ticker below. Go and become a member, leave a super chat or two, go get yourself some merchandise. But if you can, I understand. But lastly, make sure that you hit the like button on this episode. Double check, triple check. Go and subscribe as we're on the road to 2K. We're at 1921. So hit that subscribe button if you have not yet, guys. And lastly, turn that notification button on so you know when we go live next at 7 o'clock for Spring Breaking. Guys, enjoy the rest of your Tuesday afternoon, and I'll see you in 2 hours and 44 minutes for NXT Spring